Hey, welcome to John's Guitar Lab. Today, Mel Bay Book, all right, page 36, the key of G, right? Before we get into that, I just want to mention that those that are following with the Mel Bay Book, it's not every time I put a video up you expect to be playing this right away. It takes time. You watch the video as much as it's needed, all right? And then questions, you just fire away to me at them, all right? But it's not where, like people say, oh, some people go to music lessons. They said, I have to learn this by the end of the week, or I have 1 week to do this. That's not the way this works, all right? So just relax and enjoy it. If it's not fun, don't do it. If it's fun, subscribe. Okay, anyway, moving right along. G scale. All right, now, little backwards, we remember the C scale, where we had the formula 2.5 steps, 3.5 steps. With the G scale, we're doing the same thing with they call the major scale, all right, where it's 2.5 steps and 3.5 steps. Now, what's important to understand about this is that this is where a lot of times these the sharps and the flats and this type of thing, what they call the accidentals, you remember those. This is where this comes into play. All right, let's take a look at the board real quick here, and I'll be moving around so you could see the board, all right? But very briefly, let's just look right up here. All right, you see the sharp up there? It's on the F line. Now, what that means is we're in the key of G. In the key of G, all the Fs, all the time, are sharp unless you see a natural sign. You remember the natural sign, okay? Just in case, we'll put one up here real quick. All right, looks like that. Unlike the sharp sign is the tic-tac-toe. This is what the natural sign looks like. All right, in the key of G, the F is always sharp. Why is that? Okay, that's so we can have the formula 2.5 and 3.5. Let's look at this. All right, first note, and those with the Mel Bay book, page 36, we're seeing right at the top of the page, you'll see the G scale. G, okay, to A. What's the distance between it? 1 step. A to B is 1 step. B to C is a half step. Okay, let's stop there a minute. That's our 2.5 steps for the beginning of the major scale. Now, we go C to D, that's 1 step. D to E, that's 1 step. E to F sharp, okay? That's where the sharp comes into play because remember the major scale, 2.5, 3.5 steps. For this to be a whole step, this note, the F, has to be sharp, all right? And then between the 7th and the 8th, you have the half step. F sharp to G is a half step. All I did here, and I'll just sit back and you get a shot of the whole board, all right? For those that don't have the Mel Bay book, this is the G major scale in 2 octaves, all right? So from the G here, the G to the A is 1, A to B is 1, B to C is a half, as you can see as it goes up. With the F sharp up there, this F is always sharp. This F is always sharp. Wherever there's an F, whether it's on a ledger line, whether it's in the staff, above the, doesn't matter. The F is sharp. Okay? So we have exercises, all right? You'll see below the daily drill, which is at the bottom of the page. Another thing is you'll see the G scale with those that have the Mel Bay book. It's a little neater the way they have it, 1.5 and the half steps than my wonderful board up here. But you get the drift, okay? I can't help you because my penmanship it is what it is. All right, moving right along. They also have, as you could see in the Mel Bay book, 2/4 time or 2/4 time. Looks like this. There's a 2, a line, and the 4 underneath. Can we see that? Sort of, all right? We know the top number is how many beats per measure, and the bottom number tells how we're going to count it. We know that. All that means is that there's 2 beats to a measure. Now, the greatest thing about the Mel Bay book is that they show you this, all right? And then for the next page or two, they don't have anything in 2/4 time. All right? But just so I know you already understand it because of what we did with 4/4 time, 3/4 time, and the way it's explained. All right? Anyway, there's a short piece in there that's in 4/4 time on page 36 called In the Evening by the Moonlight. As always, when we're playing this, that it's mixed with chords and single notes. Until you're comfortable, you just play the highest note. All right? Very briefly, this is what it sounds like. And remember, as always, the metronome. In fact, we'll even throw it on, all right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's a pickup 1 and 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Okay, stop there a second. All I did on the piece In the Evening by the Moonlight was I played the top note of the chord along with the single notes. What it sounds like together when we play the single notes along with the chords. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a pickup. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4. Okay. Just a quick thing on one of the chords that's in there. You'll see starting the measure right after the pickup. Okay, we're going to the 3rd measure. You'll see there's a C and a C minor on the top. You see the fingering? They're using this for the C. The C minor, you're going to invert your fingers where the first finger is going to be on the 1st fret, 4th string, which is an E flat. Open string on the 3rd string, and the C, which you normally play this way, you're going to play with the 2nd finger, and that way when you play it together. Okay? Anyway, that's what we did for today and what you're going to be doing for today. All right, Mel Bay book, page 36, G major scale. Questions, comments below, please. All right, if you like what you hear, subscribe, give me that thumbs up. All right, listen, take care, enjoy, and have fun.